Ever since its introduction in 1969, the MINI Clubman has been designed as its own model, separate from the rest of the Cooper lineup. And now it has been totally redesigned in a more mature and premium fashion. I'm Chris from AutoAcademics, and today we're going to take a look at the 2016 MINI Clubman. Zipping around town in a MINI Cooper has been enjoyed by many for many decades. But sometimes you need just a little more space, and that's where the Clubman comes in. This largest, most sophisticated Mini ever built supposedly offers comfortable seating for 5 with a premium design and innovative technology. So let's see. Our tester this time around is a 2016 melting silver metallic MINI Cooper Clubman. You already know all Minis can be configured more than 10 million ways and come standard with go-kart-like handling, so what else is included? Well, it's kind of hard to say on this vehicle because besides the dual-zone climate control, sport leather steering wheel, funky lights, black roof and mirror caps, and a plethora of airbags, everything else has been optioned up. So here we go. Coordinating well with the, yes, optional exterior paint is the leather pure burgundy option. Next, we have the technology package that includes rear view camera and park distance control. The wired package includes navigation and enhanced USB and Bluetooth. Both of those are pretty straightforward. But wait, there's more! It has the 17-inch net spoke black wheels, Steptronic automatic transmission, Mini Yours fiber alloy, panoramic moonroof, heated sports seats, and 1 year of satellite radio. Total M.S.R.P is $33,450. What's special about this Clubman is that it's longer and wider than any other Mini. Surprisingly, the proportions are still good from most angles. A trademark characteristic of the Clubman are the split rear doors. While the design could possibly be polarizing to some, you can't argue the easier access to this car's 17.5 cubic feet of cargo space and 47.9 when the rear seats are folded. The rear seats can also lock in a more vertical position, allowing for a bit more space behind them. Under the hood is a 1.5-liter twin-power turbo 3-cylinder engine that makes 134 horsepower and 162 pound-feet of torque. As mentioned before, a 6-speed Steptronic automatic transmission delivers power to the front wheels. Fuel economy is rated at 25 miles per gallon city, 34 miles per gallon highway, with a combined rating of 28 miles per gallon. AutoAcademics saw an even better average of 29 miles per gallon during testing on premium fuel. So, this is where a lot of the hoopla originates about the Clubman, the rear seats. Many paid extra attention to the comfort levels of rear seat passengers, and the extra leg, elbow, and shoulder room are greatly appreciated. As you've been seeing, the interior of the Clubman is practical. But Mini also claims that they offer near bespoke levels of customization too. Not only does our tester have the heated sports seats, but they're wrapped in the optional pure burgundy leather coverings. It also has the Mini Yours fiber alloy trim package that's made of aluminum plating that's embedded with a herringbone pattern. Best of all, while all these items are available in cost-efficient packages, they can all be added a la carte too. So now that we've addressed all of that stuff, it's time to take this biggest Mini out and see if it still drives like a Mini. If you're familiar with the MINI Cooper or have driven a MINI Cooper recently, then you pretty much know how this MINI Clubman drives as well. If you haven't, well, you've probably heard that it drives kind of like a go-kart, and that's not too far off with this Clubman either. This Clubman still has a fun and athletic driving personality, but it's presented in a bit more of a mature manner, where that 4-door Cooper S hardtop that we tested before was very excited and even a little twitchy at times, this car presents itself in more of a mild manner. While this Clubman does come in an S version, our tester is the standard Clubman, which means that it has the 1.5 liter 3-cylinder engine. It's turbocharged, it is direct injected, and it makes 134 horsepower and 162 pound-feet of torque. Surprisingly, for numbers that appear that low on paper, it actually translates pretty well to the driving performance of this car. When you accelerate, the turbos spool up fairly decently, and the only time you notice the size of the engine is when you're at a dead stop trying to accelerate quickly. Now, don't get me wrong, this car isn't fast, but the power delivery is decent enough for everyday driving. The brakes feel good. You do get a little bit of wind noise that comes into the cabin from up here. I don't know if it's coming from the mirrors or the windshield or something like that, but it's nothing overbearing, nothing that would cause you to not enjoy the drive. These sports seats are actually rather comfortable. They have quite a few manual adjustments to them, and they really do a good job of holding you in your seat when you're doing some spirited driving. Mini did a pretty decent job of tuning the exhaust note of this car. It really matches the style, but unfortunately, there's no way to get around the clatter that sometimes comes from that 3-cylinder engine. I mean, it is what it is. Thankfully, the clatter doesn't present itself very often. And when it does, you only hear it when you have the windows down or if you're standing outside of the car. One other, I guess, not so good point about this vehicle is the view out the back. It is literally very minimal, pun intended, and you know, thank goodness you do have the backup camera, and if you turn your head, you can see more because there are a lot of side windows. But those two little windows out of those back doors, pretty small. One fun fact is that while this is the largest Mini Cooper available today, its wheelbase is still more than 1 inch shorter than that of the all-new 2016 Honda Civic sedan. And despite its larger dimensions, it's still a pretty fun car to drive. So there you have it, guys, the 2016 Mini Clubman. If you love minis or truly want a small, fuel-efficient, versatile, and fun-to-drive vehicle, this Mini Clubman just might be for you. Then again, if you're a Mini fan, then you probably already knew that. I'm Chris from AutoAcademics. Thanks for watching.